What up, internet? Warrior in the garden, out here watering this early afternoon. It's a little bit overgrown, as you can see, but we're making it happen. Already pulled some radishes out of here and starting to pull some squash off these guys. Tomatoes are starting to have some flowers, not these, but those other ones right over there have some flowers on them. Yep. Warrior in the garden. Armies don't march on hungry stomachs. You can't fight if you're thirsty. Logistics win wars. All right. It is a couple weeks, maybe a month later. We are doing pretty good. The cucumbers are starting to pop off. Squash is starting to die off. We do have some nice squashes around. Right over here we have the radishes, the beets, and the carrots. We've harvested a good amount of radishes and a couple beets already. Carrots will be coming soon. And the tomatoes really took off down here. I forget which. We had cherries and then beefsteak. I think this is beefsteak tomatoes. They're just starting to make some. See if I can find one. Just starting to make some tomatoes in there. All right, and then here's the cherry tomatoes. Just starting to come together. The tomatoes took off. These were supposed to be peppers down here, but somehow a bunch of tomatoes made their way. Even back behind there, where I wasn't supposed to plant anything, we got tomato plants coming up out of the grass. So it is what it is. It's all good. We've pulled some, but we've left a lot. Peppers going on down here. This guy's starting to flower. Grow some little baby peppers. So, yep, the garden. Gotta eat food. No one fights hungry. It is about a week later since that edited cut. Out here in the garden again. The squash is starting to die, and the cucumber is starting to take over. That was a planned event. Carrots are still growing. These radishes and these beets are probably ready to be pulled. And we are starting to get a bunch of tomatoes. Just kind of all over the place. There's some down there too. Had a crazy wind come in last night and kind of knock a bunch of stuff over, but it's okay. It's gonna grow just fine. Laid over, no worries. This always happens when you're filming. I saw so many tomatoes and I was like, I'm gonna bust the camera out. Now I can't really find any, but it is happening. Oh, here's a bunch right here. Boom. And some more. All right, these are actually supposed to be pepper plants, and there are some pepper plants there, as you can see. But tomatoes took over and I just let it happen. So, yep, that's the garden. I don't really have the time or the money to come out here and do it right and do it big and prune everything up. But rather than do nothing, I compost scraps, cold scraps throughout the year in those tubs with drilled holes in them. And then I use that dirt and I plant some seeds, and I'm getting a lot of experience, right? I definitely couldn't feed myself out of this garden. But it would be a good supplement. Say something happened and we were getting like bread and eggs issued by the government or whatever. Well, having some spices, some vegetables would be nice. And even more than that, realistically, it's a way for me to practice. So if I'm ever in a situation or put myself away from the grid, hopefully someday it won't be the first time I've ever grown my food. Just been doing this a couple years and I've already learned a ton. So even if all you can do is grow some herbs in your windowsill or on your balcony of your apartment, I encourage you to get active.